Did we do it?
I'm so glad they can't hear us, because if they heard what we just said, oh my gosh.
Are we good?
And then I said, I'm not taking my clothes off for you or anybody.
Hi everybody. This is Professional Dungeons and Dragons stream, The Broken Pact, and thank you so much for joining us.
Sometimes the sound rolls a 1.
That's right. Welcome to Hell. This is my own personal hell, and also the show takes place in Avernus, which is the first circle of hell. What was once the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica show, the first here on this here channel, is now Strangers in a Strange Land in Avernus, coming to you via the official Dungeons & Dragons Twitch channel and YouTube channels, and available as a podcast, thanks to savingthrowshow.com. Please visit savingthrowshow.com for all of your podcasting needs for The Broken Pact. My name is Ruben Bressler, and these fine players are going to be adventuring through Avernus, and something's happening to your horn. So I guess we'll start over there.
Oh yeah, I just put this on because I couldn't attach my 8th remnant chain anywhere else, so decided to pop it on my horn. I'll probably keep this going until it becomes annoying for me, which might be very quick. Hi, my name's Jordan Pridgeon, and I play Astaroth, who is a Minotaur fighter from the Boros Legion, who has started a new sect of the Boros Legion that kind of combines with a gang here, and he has to wear a chain for 9 years as part of it. So that's me. Hi, everybody.
Chain
of fools.
Yeah.
I'm the fool.
All right. Hey, y'all. I am Riley Silverman, and I play Velma Sweet, the half-dev Karin Bard, who is a member of the Demir Guild in Ravnica, but just kind of hanging out in Avernus and seeing what happens.
And you picked up Feanor's parasol last week, I see.
And it's too big for the background that's behind me, so I was trying to do like a cool rotating umbrella thing, and it keeps hitting the thing behind me, so I'm going to stop doing that.
Whatever.
But yeah, so that's Velma. She's a classy lady. You guys are a classy audience, so we should get along fine.
Hey everybody, I'm Gaurav Galati, and I play Lucian Ladrin, a member of the Azoria Senate from Ravnica. And real quick, I just want to tell everybody, look, it's the end of the year, and I just want to remind you to do your taxes. It's the Azorius and me just wants to let you know, it's a little early, sure, but it's never too early for taxes, so just get them done on time.
It's a little early if you don't have your W-2s and stuff yet. You can't wait to do them yet.
You can request early ones.
Okay.
You can request early ones.
Brought to you by the Azorius Senate.
And H&R Block.
Hey everyone! I almost said I'm Tizuru. Hey everyone, I'm Ashlyn, and I play a Luxodon cleric from the Selesnian Conclave, who is often now confused with our companion we have, as told by the GM.
Boo!
But my name, and only my name, that belongs to me and me only, is Tutoru.
Oh my God! Riley!
Ooh.
I did it too.
Jordan!
Tutoru!
I love that we both thought to do it. We
Yeah,
did it
I had it
planning
queued up.
Me too.
I was horning to your
Tutoru
not theirs.
is the name.
Traitors!
Tutoru.
Well, we've already gone off the rails. This is professional Dungeons & Dragons show. Hey, folks, go out and check out the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, where all of the backgrounds of all of our characters still are, and where all of our players are from and shaped their existence. And, of course, this season, they are in Avernus. Go out and check out Descent into Avernus. Purchase these books at your friendly local game store. Support your friendly local game store. We also are fortunate enough here on The Broken Pact to have a few sponsors. And because we have 4 sponsors and 4 non-Dungeon Master players, I thought it might be nice if you all told us about them.
All right, well, one of our sponsors is Hero Forge, who make amazing customized minis. I know I've gone and made like custom minis for basically every character I've ever played on Saving Throw, just for fun. And they're super great. Go check them out, because they have a lot of options, including Minotaur and Loxodon options, actually. Which, pretty sweet. Into it. Hero Forge.
Another one of our sponsors is Elderwood Academy, where you can get custom wood-designed items for holding dice. For rolling dice, you can get cool dice trays. I got this really awesome police box-themed spell book, which actually is a dice holder. So you can actually put your dice or your minis right in there. There's a mirror in case you want to do your makeup before a live stream. So it's a pretty good little combination. There's lots of stuff. They have hex chests. They have dice trays. They have dice towers. So check out Elderwood Academy and thank them for sponsoring the Broken Pact and Saving Throw Show.
another one of our sponsors is Norse Foundry. Norse Foundry make beautiful, gorgeous looking dice. If you've ever been to the website or ever seen them at a convention, you probably know what I'm talking about. They make amazing, gorgeous dice. And, if you're getting stuff from
Elderwood.
So sorry.
Oh,
Elderwood.
You mean Elderwood Academy?
Oh, I want a logo thing. If you're getting dice, there's a nice place to roll them is on Elderwood stuff, and Norse Foundry makes the best dice in the business. And if you go to the website, you can get 10% off with the code Saving Throw Show. So check them out.
And the last and final sponsor of the show is Cool Stuff Inc. They make all sorts of awesome things as far as, like, they have cool, I think, metal tokens you can get from Magic the Gathering, which are really cool. They're just, like, etched and everything. You can also get Magic the Gathering products there as well as other board gaming products. So you should check them out and use the discount code BROKEN5 to save.
Perfect. Thank you all so much. And before we move on, I have a couple of other things I want to do. First of all, we all went to the live show, the D&D live show, and I was the last one of the 5 of us to be there, and they had a surplus of t-shirts. And these have been in my car since the live show. Now, these are just like what was left over, so we didn't really get a great choice of sizes. But I have an XL, I have an XL, and then I think these are all smalls. But I have 5 total, so you can fight over these. Here.
I have I think Ashley and Gaurav are going to want the
golly.
XLs, and then Jordan and I are going to want the smalls.
Seems about right.
So I have some extra shirts.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I also want to thank a couple people before we start. Zach Heidi did our music, which you'll be hearing momentarily. Jirina Linnea did our character art, which you see in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. And of course, the writing team, without whom I'd be totally lost, John Wells, Emmett Fury, and Phil DeLuca, who's in studio this week.
Yay!
And
He will remain off camera.
That's right. He'll stay off camera.
Not make eye contact.
Don't pay attention. Right. Don't pay attention to
And
the.
don't drink the water here. This is not for you. This is for talent.
That's right. The writers stay away from the talent. So thank you all so much. And of course, Benevolent Overlord Dom Zook.
Woo!
Without any further ado, there was a lot of ado this week, but without any further ado, let's dive into this week's episode of The Broken Pact. Season 3, Episode 8, Tricks of the Trade. The adventuring party, known as the Broken Pact, rumbled their way through the Avernian wastes, headed from the Lost Library towards El Terrell, with many allies in tow, including their new friends, the Tiefling Wizard / VIP host / historical drama enthusiast, Vision Quarix, and, of course, the Oblex, Dewey, and his Dewey Decimator system.
Best name ever.
But they found themselves ambushed by the necromancer warlord Feanor and her undead battalion. What ensued was a war machine fracas, featuring a dozen or more vehicles. The fearsome foursome battled ghouls, ghasts, mezzoloths, and the angry archmage herself, whom the party had unknowingly carjacked from way back in the season's first
Does it count as a
episode.
carjacking if your members of your party attack them? Like, the car attacked us.
It was like a counterjacking.
Hey, it's whatever you want to, whatever you need to tell yourself
Okay.
about how that went down.
That's fair.
Cool. Which is why the unflinching gang leader was on your trail to begin with. Many fiery spells, necromantic summons, demon ichor fueled and soul coin spiked engines later, And the party fended off Feanor, who teleported away just as Astaroth dropped into her new Demon Grinder's cockpit. And with her leaving, the fight came to an end. As the party collects their thoughts and a new parasol that Feanor left behind, they rumbled out of the canyon, and they see a collection of brightly colored tents clustered together, creating an oasis of comfort amid the dread landscape. You see an iron cube of chain link fence at the center of 9 infernal war machines, which form a horseshoe around a bunch of tents with curtains made of small rectangular iron plates. There are lamps dangling from chains strung between them. Soft, lilting music and wondrous smells drift across the hot winds, inviting you ever closer. And of course, the cartographer in your map, the crazed cartographer, said, Mahadi's Wandering Emporium has a knack for showing up when you least expect it. And that's where we're going to pick up this week's show. You all still have whatever hit points you had at the end of the last episode, whatever spell slots were expended. You've not taken a short rest. And you are now at the Wandering Emporium. What would you like to do?
You said we have not taken a short rest?
You've not.
Let's take a long rest. It's tired.
Yeah, I really could stand to lie down a little bit. Astaroth is like still pretty wounded from his mixed success fight the other day and being dragged behind multiple vehicles and...
By the other day, you mean 10 minutes ago?
Yeah. Moments before.
Right.
If it was the other day, you'd be exhausted at this point. No wonder you're tired.
So you do see the Wandering Emporium in the middle distance. I wouldn't say far from you, so you may choose to approach if you wish. They can certainly spot your cadre coming.
Sure.
Keep in mind that it is not just you in the Morrow, your tormentor, dune buggy situation, but there is also Dewey in the Demon Grinder that is affectionately referred to as the Decimator system.
All right.
Vision is on a Devil's Ride. Being a devilish person himself. And some number of the 8th Remnant remain, although most of the escort that you were bringing probably took care of Feanor's cadre.
Yeah. So I imagine probably like 2 kept coming with us. Okay. You know, just to kind of have like representation.
Yeah. So you've got a little less than a half dozen vehicles total, probably maybe 5-6 vehicles total, rumbling up towards the Wandering Emporium, which, as I mentioned, 9 massive infernal war machines, probably each bigger than Demon Grinders, create a horseshoe shape. And from the roofs of those, strings and chains connect to the large central cube that looks like it's made of chain link fence. And sort of hang flags, and it looks like a bit of a set-up tent situation. With a bit of burlap hanging to make some shade, and it looks like there are tents and a tent city that has sort of been made in the middle of the desert, just outside of the canyon that you've emerged from.
Astaroth, could you ask everyone to stop, and we'll maybe check this out before we bring an entire army over there?
All right. Astaroth stands up and like makes a fist symbol, and he's like, "Hold up, everyone!"
And they will, the remaining members of the 8th Remnant will stop behind you. As will the rest of your cadre. Vision pulls up next to the driver's seat and leans over and says, "So, what's going on?"
Well, wondering what this is.
Yeah, is this something we should be worried about? Because those vehicles are a lot bigger than we are.
This looks like an excellent plot device.
I'm sorry?
Nothing, I didn't say anything. And Vision will continue driving forward.
Well, if he thinks it's safe, they probably have some cool stuff we can use. Maybe they're trade.
I think, if anything else, we could use a break from the chase. So
This place seems to be slightly more inviting than anywhere else we've been. Lulu pipes up from the back.
Well, I mean, if they're not going to immediately attack us, it could be nice to be somewhere with a couple people so we can lie down and patch ourselves up a little bit.
Speaking of which, and I'm like gonna go like, how about you tidy up a bit, and I'm gonna cast Healing Word on you to give you a little bit of your health back.
Hey, not bad.
So let me roll. So it's a 1d4 plus my modifier. So you're gonna get just 6 health back.
Alrighty.
I figure it's better than nothing.
I'll take it.
All right, well,
Fine.
It's like, wow, you go away for 1 episode.
let's get our vehicles over there and let's make sure. Can you have them park in an organized fashion? Let's just be as nice as we can to these people that we don't know yet. And
Sure.
This is their territory. Let's not infringe on anything we don't want.
All right.
I have a way of maybe helping. I'm gonna step inside the demon grinder. Sorry, not demon grinder, the Morrow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast disguise self on myself.
Sure.
And when I come back out of the Morrow, I look like Chukka, the Kenku from Mad Maggie's.
From Mad Maggie's?
Yeah.
Great.
So.
Fabulous.
And then I say it with Velma's voice to my party. Like, maybe it'll be a little bit more peaceful if I'm someone they recognize.
Sure. Well, let's just hope that they're peaceful at all.
There is a small devil with some flags that are sort of guiding people to park. It's like fairground parking.
Fairly well organized. All right.
And they're sort of flagging you in to. You can all sort of park next to each other, pretty much directly out front. You're able to leave the demon grinder where it is, and Dewey leans out and says,
Not demon grinder. It's
Dewey in the demon grinder
sorry.
leans out and says, I think maybe I should stay in the car. And also, he should stay in, and we should all stay in the car.
You and your friends should probably not be seen.
Sure, I'll keep an eye. I'll just watch the cars.
Will
Okay.
you be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay, well let us know if you get bored or anything.
Okay, I'm not gonna be bored because I don't think because I haven't been outside in a while, but this is gonna be fine. It's fine.
All right. We'll park, and we'll give I'll tip a soul coin to the person who was flagging us.
Fabulous. A soul coin.
I mean,
so
that's the money. I don't know
the tiny
Just made his day.
yeah. So this 2 foot tall demon catches this 5-pound plate. And is just like, this is more money than he's ever seen in his life, and is just like so happy.
We're new to the area, so I don't know if that's not enough or. Thank you. It is a lot of vehicles to watch, and
He's just completely enamored and is not even gonna pay attention.
I think he's offended.
He looked happy to me.
I think you just massively overtipped.
Yeah, look.
I've seen that look on the face before.
I know you've never not had money, but that's the look of somebody who has not had money and now has a lot of money.
Oh, I see.
You also may have just announced to this entire camp that we have a lot of money to throw around.
Oh, I'm sorry. Friend, what was your name?
What?
Can I just have that back? I'm sorry. It seems I've...
No.
It's okay. Let's just keep going.
Oh, it was a joke, I think.
Oh.
You can keep it.
Okay, thank you.
We'll just figure out, like, if we can find out what the exchange rate is around here before we toss any more of those around.
All right.
So you walk up towards the entrance, and you do see that most of the chains, there's sort of a makeshift building, essentially, made out of chains and burlap and what you assume is burlap of these 9 demon grinders that made this horseshoe. And as you approach the entrance, you see hanging from those chains are a couple dozen signs in various languages, all of which are, you recognize some. You see one in Common, you see one in Minotaur, you see one in the language that you now know to be Celestial, but don't recognize, can't read, I suppose. And then there's a massive one right above the main entrance, maybe 8 feet across. And the language is Infernal.
Okay.
But it is written in bones.
Oh.
The bones have been nailed and stapled to the sign itself. And underneath that sign, you see a gentleman who is swinging a large cleaver and drops it down on a human's neck as you walk up. And the head rolls off and sort of rolls over to your feet. And as the head rolls over, the humanoid visage fades. and it becomes that of a devil's head, and the body also changes back to some sort of devil. At which point, the person who just did it picks up his cleaver and is wiping it on his shirt and goes, "Ah, new guests! Oh, welcome! Welcome to the Wandering Emporium. Just 1 second." And he picks up one of the arms and slices it off and begins flaying it with his cleaver.
Excuse me, I don't have a problem with making use of, things after they're gone, but did you just kill them?
Oh, yeah. No. You didn't see the sign? Just a sec.
When do I
And-
see the sign? Because I can read
Right.
the sign.
So he will pick up the bone and is nailing it to that sign as an exclamation point. The sign in Infernal and all the signs say the same thing. They say, all are welcome here. No fighting, no spell casting, no exceptions.
Oh, no fighting.
No spell casting.
That's the rules. You all stay calm and we'll be all right. You see the sign. Enjoy your stay. What can I get for you folks? This is my establishment, by the way. Nice to see you all.
Do you murder everyone who comes in here?
Only those who break the rules, no exceptions.
And what rule did that one break?
This one we were curious to see how they were making so much money on buying and selling. It seems like they were conjuring some currency, which is strictly forbidden within the walls. I didn't know that this one was disguised. That's a nice little benefit that we got. But, so long as you don't cast any spells while inside, I think that we'll be okay. No
right.
fighting either, of course, except for in the ring.
Well, now that we're here, seems like a pretty safe place. Is there somewhere we can, I don't know, find a room or...
Oh, absolutely. You folks had a rough day? I'm happy to recommend the Infernal Rapture, which is, of course, my main mode of making money here at the Wandering Emporium. My name is Mahadi, by the way. It's very nice to meet you all. He's a very good-looking gentleman, sort of gray, salt and pepper, middle-length beard. He wears a cape over his shoulders.
Human?
Looks human. He's got a scarf around his head, lots of flowing robes, essentially, and he has a scimitar on his waist. The Infernal Rapture is a lovely place where you can, of course, rest and relax. It's a spa, essentially, if you're interested.
Yeah, also, I hope it's not too dumb a question, but, what is this place?
Oh, this is the Wandering Emporium. This is, well, it's everywhere you need it to be and nowhere all at the same time. It's just a place, it's a little bit of paradise here in Avernus.
You drive this place all around?
We do.
Interesting. You said there was a spa?
There is, absolutely. We have a room set aside just for you all. I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of preparing something for you. So feel free to follow me. It's good to see you all.
How did you know we'd be here?
Well, you made quite the entrance coming out of the cavern over there, and, a couple of you I've seen before. We have a relationship. It's good to see you, Visayon. And Visayon peeks and says, "Hey, Mahadi, how's it going?" And Mahadi just is very pleasant, says, "Very well. I actually have something for you if you're interested. A bit of a hosting gig, maybe an announcement gig if you're interested." "Oh, that sounds good. And good to see you too as well, Lulu." And Lulu doesn't look like she recognizes Mahadi at all, but is sort of taken aback.
Little friend seems to know everyone and no one at the same time.
Well, I have some baths drawn up for you all, and there are plenty of shops for you to be able to take a look at. And I'll call on you in just a little bit, but feel free to rest if you feel that you need to do so. This place is, of course, neutral ground.
All right.
Thank you.
Maybe there's finally going to be somewhere here we can relax for a minute.
A bath sounds really nice.
So you walk into the Wandering Emporium, and as you get inside, it is very lovely in here. It's like a bazaar. Multiple shopkeepers of various kinds. You see one of the backs or actually two of the war machines open and sort of come together to make a makeshift garage. The garage is run, seems to be by 3 salamanders, sort of fire newts, who are working on various machines and updating a couple of those. You also see one tent has a barber in it, a pleasant woman with auburn skin is giving a shave to someone in the seat. You see a number of imps and demons and devils around. You also see what appears to be a man in a long robe, but instead of hands at the end of his robe, he has tentacles, and he is sort of stacking coins and demon ichor, and is sort of building a little
Pyramid?
a little pyramid, yeah, of
An igloo.
of things to sell. There's a hobgoblin selling worms. There's a bunch of weird stuff around. And Mahadi points you towards the back of one of the big infernal machines and says, "If you'd be so kind, feel free to step inside."
All right.
We have a variety of spa services available. We have hand treatments. There's massage therapy, skin care. We can take care of the whatever ails you. There's also dining services if you're interested in a meal that tastes good here in Avernus. We have a price fixed menu, of course, but it is available if you're so interested. Of course, all of the agreed upon items will need to be signed over. Just a small thing that you need to be aware of. These are going to be actually. You know what? I think that the spa services, those are on the house.
Oh, well, thank you.
Because you come with such familiar friends, and well, your reputations precede you.
Well, all right. And how much for the room?
Oh, we'll get to the rooms in just a bit. But first, we can do the spa services. Just take a look at this contract and see if it is to your liking. And he will hand over a contract. It is quite extensive for a spa visit, but essentially, it says that you agree to pay for everything consumed and all of the services that they provide before you leave. And if you don't, your soul belongs to him.
Is that all?
Oh boy.
That's all.
Can we talk real quick over here?
Absolutely. I will leave you in the capable hands of my associates, and I'll see you all soon. And Mahadi will back away and bow a little bit and move back into amongst all of the patrons.
All right, Blue, lay it down. What's in the contract?
I mean, how many pages is this thing? Is
Maybe
it just a page, or is it like...
that's like 3 pages. It's a little comprehensive for a spa treatment.
Okay. Do I need to roll to see if there's anything like hidden in there? Any clauses or anything?
Sure, I'll have you roll this would be insight, I believe.
Can I help because I have insight proficiency? So
Absolutely.
Can I help
Sure.
do you want to just do advantage for his rolls?
Yeah, you can roll with advantage, and you can add your proficiency to it as well.
Thank you, Thelma.
Yeah.
So I got 22.
Okay. This is quite the comprehensive document. You see that the Infernal Rapture itself is the business that Mahadi owns. This is the one that the rest of everything else is surrounding. This is the main course of the buildings that are part of the Wandering Emporium. You see that the Infernal Rapture creates demiplanes, creates specific pocket dimensions, that you can go to, and that is how the food can taste good outside of Avernus, and how things can feel okay outside of Avernus. There is no way to leave the plane in these, but you do see that that is essentially what is being created here, and you see that in the legal mumbo jumbo written of any act performed outside of the plane, on, etc., and sort of in the fine print as such.
Seems they're using other small demi-planes as sort of international waters to do things that you're not allowed to do in Avernus.
Well, the thing to keep in mind, I'm looking like I can't hear, that's why I'm doing this weird thing.
Oh.
The thing to keep in mind is that I have a bag full of food, so we shouldn't, if we don't need to put ourselves in debt for food, we've got it.
Well, unless you have a bag full of manicures and baths, I am very tempted to.
Well, you've already sold your soul, so it's different for us.
Oh, I didn't sell my soul, just my
I was
services.
making a joke.
Oh, I see.
Look, I mean, he said the spa treatment was comp, so I say we take advantage of that and just make sure we stay away from the mini fridge, right?
I mean, it does seem really nice, but based off our experience with Maggie, I don't know. It seems a little too good to be true.
You make a good point. People like to change the terms of things a little after the fact.
Visayan, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
How do Mahadi and Maggie get along?
Mahadi and Maggie, boy, I'm not totally sure what their relationship would be, but, I think that I'm sure Mahadi has a relationship with all the warlords in one shape or fashion of another, probably goes past Maggie's time to time. Why?
I'm just curious, since I'm presenting myself as one of Maggie's underlings, maybe I should undo that decision.
Nah, I mean, I don't think that... So the thing about the Wandering Emporium is that Mahadi is super stringent about that thing. I mean, you saw him cut that guy's head off, right? So no fighting, no weird stuff here. This is not neutral ground because Mahadi speaks for the big boss, like the big boss.
Like Zariel.
No, the big boss. You heard of Asmodeus?
The name might have been
Is that a
kicked
name?
around, but
I think you mentioned it in your play.
Yeah, so Asmodeus is like the CEO, whereas Zariel's like the branch manager.
Oh,
Right?
none of this makes any sense to me, but I get that, like, one is higher than the other.
Yeah.
Does she, tend to trees?
I think it was like Aurelia
No.
versus a
Oh,
woman.
because branch manager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
does she help trim them so they grow into the shape
No,
you
but
need?
that's both funny and well executed, but not what we're not what's happening here. What I'm saying is that Mahadi sort of keeps an eye on Avernus for Asmodeus, and so he sort of is a mouthpiece and sort of runs stuff here, and so as a result, can't take sides in the gangs. And if he's found to do that, it's going to be a problem. So I think that if you're disguised as one of Maggie's, that should be fine.
So, let me just cut to the point. Do you know if we're safe here?
Oh yeah, you're safe. Well, you're safe-ish, right? You're safe from the stuff that's outside of the Horseshoe. You're safe from the stuff that's outside of the Wandering Emporium. But the Wandering Emporium is like its own little microcosm. Like if this were a show, this would be like a bottle episode.
What?
What?
you are such an odd person.
I'm gonna go do the thing that Mahadi said I could go do. And I'll see you all later in the bottle episode, and he's gonna wander off.
Oh, okay, bye.
Listen, we don't have to sign this. I am probably going to because it has been ages since I've gotten a manicure and a pedicure, and I could just really use just a grasp of what used to be right now. But we don't need to sign it.
We've all been working really hard, and I think we do deserve to take care of ourselves, too.
Look, I've never been one not to take some risks.
I will abstain, and I will let you. That way one of us can keep an eye on things and be able to protect the others if we need to.
Fair enough.
So if you'd like to take the spa services, first of all, everyone is able to take a short rest.
Hooray!
So go ahead and do your hit dice and your whatever you do during a short rest.
Yeah, I think while they're doing the spa, like my short rest will be to. By the way, yeah, anyone you can add a d6 to your short rest if you do hit dice because I can do my bardic song of rest.
Hooray!
Yeah, I think like while they're spying it up for the short rest, I will like be like observing, like maybe like wandering the town and like getting an eye for things and like maybe like getting if there's any more details you can give me later. That
Absolutely.
What was the character that you transformed into?
I'm one of the Kenkus.
Chukka.
Chukka.
Chukka the Kenku.
Chukka. How long does this, your party costume, how long does that last?
As long as I want it to.
Okay. Well, it might be a good idea to just keep it up the whole time in case if you do change, they'll wonder where you came from.
Sure.
And if they found out that you had cast a spell...
Well, I cast a spell outside.
Sure, but
I
they
get your
might
point.
not see it that way.
Right, I'm
they
aware.
might be thinking that you cast the spell inside, and now you look like this person.
I'm aware of the risk. That's why I asked our friend, and if I needed to go back outside to change it, I wanted to do it before we got too deep into this.
All right.
I'm rolling for my hit dice for
Okay.
finishing. I used 4 because I'm pretty beat up.
Great. So you are able to take your short rests. Do you all eat the food that is available to you at the Infernal Rapture?
The food's not free, right?
The food, in your contract, the food is free. It seems it has been specifically changed, specifically written by someone's handwriting, that the meals are on the house.
What kind of food? Tempt me.
Let's take a look at the menu that comes with the book.
Yes!
Do they have like
think
oats
the
and
end.
other basic grains?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Eat a horse.
So the menu is pickled vine blight salad,
They're good.
pan-fried myconid cap with garlic butter,
Oh, Magnanimous cap is so good.
spicy shredded sturge sliders.
What's sturge?
I don't know what a slug is.
Those are the things that like went into you a dozen times.
Oh!
You should eat them.
They ate me!
They did.
Ah.
Turnabout's fair play. And then you can choose between a variety of main dishes, for example, broiled quippers, roasted wereboar, seasoned liberally with pepper and paprika, twice battered axe beak strips with a brandied plum sauce, deep fried miniature giant space hamster,
Oh my god.
seasoned to perfection with rosemary, basil, thyme, and tears.
How many contracts do we have to sign?
And then, of course, there are the desserts. Candied phase spider eyes in a raspberry liquor reduction,
Oh, face
or sweet apple tart with celestial caramel drizzle, and finally rare miniature stench cow cheese selections, and of course your choice of coffee and tea.
Oh my goodness.
These are all on the price fix menu. You can choose your appetizer, your main course, and your dessert, and it is all on the house according to the contract.
I'm going to eat an apple from my saddlebags.
Great. So
Tell-
you're not going to take
I'm
one.
not going to take anything, yeah.
Tell you what, just bring me one of each course that used to be a vegetable.
Fabulous.
I'll have the other things.
Same.
Great. So, those of you that do eat are going to gain the benefits of a hero's feast.
Ooh, Heroes Feast.
So, during the short rest, you're cured of all diseases and poison. You become immune to poison and being frightened, and you make wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Yay!
Additionally, each of you roll 2d10, and you're going to gain that many temporary hit points.
Hurrah!
Ah, damn.
And also another thing will happen that will happen later. And you
Sudden
are doing
death.
other stuff.
I'm spying.
Cool.
Not spying, but I'm using my spy skills.
She rolled 2 10s.
Nice.
See, I rolled a total of 3 on 2d10, so...
Is that hit dice or that
Temporary
part
hit
of it?
points.
I got
All
12.
right.
I got
Yeah.
12.
I'm
Wow.
okay with this decision because I feel like I'm not getting a benefit, but I feel like it's 100% in Velma's character to not eat anything here. So while they are sacrificing long-term goals for short-term successes, I'm kidding. I'm gonna use my spy and like investigation training,
Yeah.
and I'm just kind of like blending in to the market as
Sure.
Chukka and like wandering around, like. Listening, seeing if I can overhear anything, if something seems something seems amiss to me.
Sure.
So I'm just like using my investigation skills.
I
and
would say overhearing requires perception.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Then, if you want to, you can make a different investigation.
Okay. Okay, that is going to be a 24 for perception.
24. Yeah, you hear everything. I mean, you use those dim ear skills of picking up information and knowing where the pipeline of information comes from, and you're able to snake your way through the crowd. You head over to the barber. The barber is a cheerful woman who calls herself Bernie. She is currently giving a haircut and is chatting. Very chatty, it seems.
Her name's Bernie?
Bernie, B-U-R-N-E-Y. You can catch that it only costs a gold piece for each service requiring grooming. And the chat that is currently occurring is that she does not accept soul coins. She will not touch them.
There's two of us.
And they're asking Bernie about any recent activity of people who've come into town. And she mentions that there was a big cadre that just rolled into town featuring a strange an elephant person, as well as a floating tiny celestial elephant with a number of other bizarre people.
Well, that's a coincidence.
Previous to that, there was
two cadres full of.
Previous to that, there was also one of the other roving gangs rolled in, and they've parked their vehicles out back. And Mahadi appears to be furiously getting the arena ready for an activity, which is confusing to Bernie because she did not know that there were any fights scheduled on the docket today. But it seems like a lot of the people are there's a bit of a game of telephone going on where the people are getting excited for something that's about to happen.
Okay. But just to cut ahead of time, when I get back to y'all, I will convey all this information to you, so that we don't have to, in game, we repeat things the audience just heard.
Got it.
So, okay, so I wander from there, and I'm going to keep wandering around if you want to do their stuff and come back to me for more stuff I learn. Okay.
Make an investigation check at this point, I would say.
Okay.
Meanwhile, y'all are in the lap of luxury. This is delicious food.
When's the spa happen? Spa right after?
Yeah, it's fine. Sure. Storytelling.
So you're able to get your foot treatments.
I rolled a 5.
5?
with proficiency.
So you know that that this other gang rolled into town, and you look out, and you can't really tell whose vehicles are whose out there.
All right.
Yeah. For me, they've got like a big industrial-sized file, like trying to get some of the get my hoofs right.
Right.
A pedicure for a minotaur is
you can be reshod if you want to.
Yeah.
They can file you down a little bit. You get your
polish the horns.
Get your tusks did. You can do all of that good stuff.
Astaroth, I've been meaning to ask, have you mentioned what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, it broke off in a guy's ribcage, actually.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a bit of a past before joining the Boros Legion. Well, pretty much the last fight I did, I jammed it into a guy's chest and broke off.
Isn't that something you could have retrieved and attached back?
Yeah, look, I wasn't in a great state to retrieve anything after that. I barely remember what even happened. I just woke up, suddenly in debt to the Orzhov and short of one horn tip.
Do you ever take it off?
Yeah, it's pretty much bolted in at this point. I feel kind of naked if I don't have a point on each of my horns.
I'm just trying to picture you without one, and it's a bit odd.
Well, if I hadn't, put this thing on there, the crack might have gone down through the whole horn and we could have lost it.
Oh, wow.
It's not as uncommon as you might think.
Well, I think it makes you unique.
Hey, thank you. I mean, I'd still rather just have the normal horn, but, amongst Minotaurs, it's considered sort of a tough guy kind of thing.
I think it suits you.
Yeah, well, still wish I hadn't killed the guy.
Well, I wish you hadn't told me that.
Yeah.
Well, we're not in Ravnica anymore. I mean, I assume my debt's either forgiven or forgotten.
As far as we're concerned, I'm still the law here.
Yeah, well, I got a legion and you don't. I'm just kidding. It just feels like so long ago that all that stuff happened, you know?
Yeah,
It's like we're entirely different people now.
we really are. Oh, yes, thank you.
You think we're gonna make it back to Ravnica? You think it's still gonna be there?
Oh, we're going to make it back, and I think Ravnica's going to be just fine. It's been through worse, I'm sure.
So you can take your short rest, and then when you're done, you can emerge from your demi-plane if you so choose.
Mm-hmm.
And you can. Did you have anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to where like people are loading in stuff, like around where that gang was parked, and I'm gonna like walk up to like somebody working, and I'm gonna repeat in the voice of Barney the barber. And I'm gonna say another gang pulled up out back. Like I'm gonna mimic her voice the way that I heard the Kankus do at Mad Maggie's.
With what desired effect?
I'm trying to find out what the gang is.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like say to them like conversation to like get them to try to like talk about the gang.
Sure. Go ahead and roll performance.
Okay. Now I do
At
get-
advantage.
Yeah, I'm acting. So,
Yeah.
Acting!
Acting. All right.
Act away!
I always think of calculon whenever
Okay.
anyone say the word acting.
So that is going to be a dirty 20. For
Okay.
my advantage.
You see that there are a couple of the salamanders that are working on the cars are pulling a damaged devil's ride in past you as you say this, and they say, "Yeah, of course, they rolled in just a little bit ago. What do you? I mean, we talked about this already."
And then
And they don't look up. They think
okay.
they're talking to Bernie.
Okay. And then in Bernie's voice, but I'm just going to say his Velma doesn't actually have the Kanku restriction on having to mimic things.
Yeah,
Correct.
true.
She just goes, "Who are all these people?"
Most of them. I mean, I haven't seen where they went. I only saw the one. She looked kind of crazy. She was pretty wild. I don't know where the rest of her gang went though.
And then I'm gonna say like, "What a wild outfit, right?"
Yeah, absolutely. Really, I mean, it's exactly like she looks like in the brochures.
And I'm just gonna say like, "Thought you had a parasol."
I don't remember her. What? She had a parasol. I don't think she had. I mean, she might have had a parasol. I don't remember that part.
All right, and then I'm gonna wander away before he gets a good look at me.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, so it's not Feanor, and then I'm trying to think of like what else, who else it could be. Lady Gaga's here. In the brochure. All right, and then I think I'm gonna find my way back to them after I wander around a bit.
So you all can meet back up.
And I tell you nothing. No, I tell you everything that you heard, and I explained like, so I thought it might be Feanor, but it's not Feanor, so I don't know what's happening.
All right. Well, maybe this would be a good time to scope out who they are, because they can't hurt us, we can't hurt them. Any information we could pick up could be useful when we're back out in the...
Well, I mean, technically no one can hurt anyone
Yeah.
while we're here, so it's not something to worry about.
Fine.
Are you back out of the out of the demiplane?
Yeah.
Mahadi is there waiting for you.
Oh,
and says,
hello.
"My friend."
Hey!
Oh, then I didn't meet up with them yet because
Okay, that's
I wasn't
fine.
in the
You don't have
demiplane.
to.
So
No, I mean you can meet up with them at this time.
Okay,
We'll walk
cool,
up
cool.
to the group.
okay, cool, sure.
My friends, did we have a good rest?
Oh,
Do you know how good it is to smell grass again?
I absolutely do, because it's the only place in Avernus, in Avernus, where you can have that sort of infernal rapture.
Man, they had grass. I haven't eaten grass in a long time.
I can't believe they had those body oils, Manila flavored, like the folders. Oh, it's just incredible.
Fabulous. I'm so glad that you enjoyed yourself. I have a bit of, we don't always get VIP guests around here. I was wondering if you might indulge me in a few questions. Of course, I know exactly who you all are. I mean, you don't run a Wandering Emporium without learning a few things. It's very nice to meet you all. You call yourselves the Broken Pact? Is that correct?
Is that our name? It's a bit overly dramatic, I think, but
That's what everyone calls us.
it kind of fits.
Interesting. And you're all from Ravnica? I
Yeah.
think the Scion talked about Ravnica once upon a time.
Yeah, it's a ways away.
Well, if there's anything else that we can do for you while you're here, please do let me know. Actually, there is one thing that I would request of you, and if you wouldn't mind, you can join me and Vision and Lulu. They're seated in my box at present for the festivities. If you'd like to join me, feel free to follow.
Festivities?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have a main event coming up.
Is there a holiday or something in Avernus?
Of course.
It's not Rockshaw, is it?
Rock Shaw?
Don't worry about it. It's
No, it's not. It's not whatever that is. But feel free to follow. And
Every day is rock shop.
Mahadi walks amongst the people and is shaking hands and turns down a tunnel, essentially a hallway, and opens a door and motions for guests first, of course. Feel free to step in.
Thank you.
All right.
Can I make
Good.
an insight check on him?
You can, and you don't have to do so at disadvantage because you didn't eat his food.
Ah!
wow.
We got Pan's Labyrinth or something.
We totally drank his Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but I only got an 8.
Seems legit. So, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, do we see Lulu and everyone?
Not where you're walking until you emerge. You can cut down to the map now, where you see a 80-foot by 80-foot by 80-foot cube that you saw when you were walking in. It is a chain link fence. There are a couple of pillars of chain that reach up to the ceilings as well. And as you enter, Mahadi closes the door behind you. Let me get the right music.
I wonder what kind of show we're going to see.
Oh
Have you
no.
not figured this out yet?
Oh,
Figured
maybe
what out?
I did miss the Scion show. Maybe they're doing it again.
How do you guys fall for this every time?
Where are the seats, Mahadi?
Mahadi winks and says, we'll get to that. I hope you all have a good time. You see, you all got here just a little bit after a friend of mine. And I think that you're really going to enjoy the show.
All
And
right.
he will back into the shadows. And over the loudspeakers, you hear the Scion Chorix say, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful main event today. Please welcome my friends, my wonderful friends, Tutoru, Lucian, Velma, and Astaroth, collectively known as, what are you collectively known as?" He shouts down to you.
Patsies.
Patsies! And there's a bunch of people clinging to the outsides, and there's a couple of stations in the cage itself, one of which has a hammer, like a big mallet. There's one that has like a large buzz saw in a corner. There's a couple of other stations that have buttons. Those appear to be VIP booths. They're like nice and lined with velvet. And you want to do the intro for the other side? Okay. And then Mahadi comes back in the booth, which you see Vision and Lulu are sitting in Mahadi's booth, about 40 feet up. This is an 80-foot tall cube. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to be able to present one of the warlords of Avernus, who wanted to have a brief discussion with our visitors here. Please welcome back to the Mad Mahadi Thunderdome, Mad Maggie.
Pat Maggie.
Hey, we know her.
And the spotlights shine down on the familiar visage of Mad Maggie. Go ahead and place your minis on that side of the map, if you would be so kind.
All right, and I think that when the Scion outed me to everybody, I went ahead and turned back to my normal self.
Okay.
I think when I was saying patsies, like
Sure.
I was in the middle of shifting back to myself.
Yep.
Astro.
Thanks, Astro.
Now,
Thanks,
all
buddy.
of you,
You can give me the cat, because I'll just have her on my shoulder anyway.
and all of you look across the battlefield at Mad Maggie, and you see the familiar shape of Mad Maggie, and she says, "Hello! It's great to see you all!" And she looks across and says, "I've been waiting to do this for a few minutes."
Maggie, are we gonna have to fight something again?
Oh, absolutely. You're gonna have to fight something very, very special. Especially you. because I want my parasol back. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okay.
Ooh. That good.
That average.
That's pretty good.
20 and higher.
23.
2015.
19.
15.
Uh, 15 to 10.
12.
Now, you all look across the arena, and you see Mad Maggie. You see the big hunched figure with the belt. But Artie looks across and doesn't see Mad Maggie. Sees a familiar aura, though.
Yeah.
Top of the round, Astaroth.
So Astaroth is going to turn and yell up to Mahadi and say, Hey! We didn't agree to this. This wasn't in the contract.
He's right, it wasn't in the contract.
We'll make a new one after this.
Come on. I hate working with these people.
And then he'll pull out his axe and just charge.
Great.
So how far away is the Mad Maggie looking person?
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 feet.
So I can make it in a charge.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what I think I'm going to do is use my Minotaur action, which is the Goring Rush. So I'll use dash. Oh,
Why are we gonna fight Maggie? She's our friend.
That's not Maggie.
What do you mean?
That is Feanor.
Look,
Seriously.
if they want us to fight, let's friggin' fight.
and he'll just charge in. I'm going to use Goring Rush
Okay.
to just dash in, and then I can make one melee attack with my horns.
Cool. As you charge in, you do see that she has healed up. She probably hasn't gotten her spell slots back yet. But as you charge in, you also still sense that she has that mage armor. And you also sense that she's got a little bit of a stonier kind of skin look to her.
All right, let's see how tough you are.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Kaboom!
Okay, so with my horns, I got a 20.
20
Dirty
hits.
20. Okay, and that's 1d6 plus 5, but it is magical damage,
Yes.
if that matters.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Oh no.
That is 11 damage.
11 damage. Great.
He jams the metal-pointed tip into her, if he can manage
Fabulous.
it.
We were just talking about that.
I know, it's nice!
It's all shined at the spa. and
Velma.
everything.
Got it oiled.
First thing I'm going to do is hold up Feanor's parasol, and I'm gonna point it at her, but I'm actually gonna be holding my fan so I can actually do a spell cast, and I'm
Sure.
going to cast Hex on her.
Okay.
Nice.
What does that do?
That means that I now get a extra d6 of necrotic damage to the target whenever I hit it with an attack.
Okay.
I also get to choose one ability when I cast the spell, and the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with a chosen ability.
There's no save?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, there sure isn't. And it's a concentration spell, so if I lose my concentration, it drops. And that is good for up to an hour. So this is like a pretty nice spell.
Nice.
And this is what I got when I leveled up. Well, this is just a Warlock level 1 spell. But also, it doesn't matter because if she dies, it doesn't matter. If she dies, then I'll tell you what happens. But I can move to a different. I can use a bonus action to transfer it to somebody else if she dies.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's 15. So I'm choosing strength as her ability that she now has disadvantage on ability checks made with it.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and mark that spell slot. That's a bonus action.
Cool.
Now for my movement, I'm gonna move over to the I guess my left, the right of the characters. They're right. Yeah. Not that far. Just so I just want to get out of so I can fire off Eldritch Blast at her without hitting Astaroth.
You want to be here?
Sure.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna like holding her parasol just to taunt her, and I'm gonna hold it in the air, and then I still have my fan, and then I'm gonna fire off a pair of Eldritch Blasts.
Sounds good.
Yeah, fire off Eldritch Blasts.
Go ahead.
Can you do 2 spells?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you do
Oh
two
yeah,
spells?
that's 2 spells.
One's a cantrip.
Is one a cantrip? Okay.
One's a bonus action, one's a cantrip. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, as this happens, Choo-Choo's gonna be like, Velma, what are you doing? We can't cast spells.
We're in the arena!
Oh, can we cast them in the arena? Oh, okay.
Also,
I don't know if I can fight her.
okay, and that's gonna be that's a 15 and a 13.
The 15 will hit.
Okay. So that's gonna be
15 is the armor class.
okay, cool, good to know. Sorry. Okay, that's gonna be a 14. Because I got a 10 plus the 4.
Wow.
And then I'm going to roll my 6 for necrotic damage.
Okay.
And that's going to be just 1 necrotic damage,
Okay.
unfortunately, right now. But
Being a necromancer, it doesn't look like she takes necrotic damage.
okay.
But she is going to take the rest.
That's a bummer for that's a waste of my hex, but that's all right.
But she takes the rest right to the midsection.
I guess that means I won't be casting any Toll the Dead this round.
Lucian, it's your turn. She sort of looks like she's having a little bit of fun watching you all.
Is she? I will look up towards the skybox or the box at the Mahadi's and be like, is this still... Did you agree to this?
Yeah,
Do you know who that is?
that's Mad Maggie, right?
Is he winking at me?
You got this, kiddo. I'm excited.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on Mad Maggie.
Great. And I need to make a save, right?
No.
No.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends.
Yep. And so...
I'm going to cast it at a higher level, though.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're gonna...
Nope. Yeah, that's what it is, actually. So
you're going to cast that at 3rd level on her.
yes.
And so any magical effect on her...
3rd level or
lower is going to dissipate.
Yes.
So, here's what happens. You see the mage armor fade from her. And as the mage armor fades, you also see the face of Mad Maggie fade into the face of Feanor, who has a sort of disinterested grin on the side of her face as well. Mahadi seems nonplussed and sort of leans back in his chair.
Fine. Just got my nails done, but fine. I'll walk forward 30 feet and end my turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's now going to be Feanor's turn. Feanor is going to cast a spell. Anyone want to do anything?
Depends on the spell.
You don't recognize this spell.
If only spells and got attacks of opportunity now. I miss those days.
Yeah.
Might be a feat or something. I think it is a feat.
It might be.
Maybe. Then I will attempt to counter it.
Okay.
Depending on what level it is, actually, I
The
guess.
DC is 19. This is her 9th level spell.
Gah! Oh
So
no!
we're saving?
No, I guess I'm definitely going to counter it. I'll attempt to counter it.
Worth trying.
So the DC is 19.
Correct.
Okay.
Come on.
Roll good, roll good, roll good.
I wish I could give you inspiration right now.
I rolled a 19.
Yay!
Yes!
So she
Nice.
says, she doesn't actually make any movements. She just says, just wait a second. And you see time begin to stop around her hand. But as it doesn't seem to have any effect as you counter the spell. Go ahead and mark that off.
I just imagine like every time he counterspells something, like an Azorius edict is read or something, and it's like slowing time down as against local regulations.
It appears right in their face.
That is a moment of like exactly why like having dice makes this kind of stuff so fun. Interesting and like, oh my gosh.
Feanor, you're wasting our time here.
And then Feanor is going to move away from you.
I'm going to allow it.
Now,
but
that I get
friend-
to attack.
My friend certainly will not allow that.
Yep, go ahead.
Astrok, would you cast Counterspell?
Yeah, I'll use Fighter's
Fighter's
counterspell.
counterspell. Go ahead.
Oh no! That's a natural 1.
That's not going to work.
So I miss.
Feanor is going to move away, and it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Going to go over to the corner, but as she comes over to the corner, you see that the corners of this particular arena are piles of rags that have the occasional hand or foot poking out of them.
How many times we gotta kill these things?
Tutoru.
Too many.
You countered a time stop that turn.
That's
So
Nice.
we're all right.
That's a pretty amazing move.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is Feanor again? What does she
Human.
look like? Oh, she's human.
She's
Okay.
got like short hair.
Yeah. Okay. And how far are you, Astaroth?
I am
About 30.
from you. I'm
Yeah.
about
Oh, from you?
60.
Yeah.
Oh, so-
Yeah.
I'm gonna double move, but I think my movement is much shorter. I think it's only. Oh, no, it's 30. I'll double move right up next to you.
Okay. Let's pretend he's there, or you're there.
Yes.
Oh,
Right up here.
No, double move to
To
Astaroth.
Double move to Astra.
Yes.
Nice.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
Outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Stay in between
Probably
the
put me
car.
between
Yep.
yourself
And
and,
that's
the
my
caster.
turn, right? I can't do anything else.
If
like,
you dash,
spell-wise.
that's
Yep.
your turn.
All right.
Top of the round, Astaroth.
Oh, so
Unless you have a
relief.
spell, it's a bonus action.
Right.
Right.
Oh, if I have a bonus action spell, I do. I know Astaroth didn't really get to heal much, so I'm pretty sure I have a bonus action heal.
Yes.
Healing word is bonus action.
Yes, I will do that thing,
Great.
Oh yeah,
which I didn't have to double move for, but that's
I like
okay.
having healers in our group now. No, I mean you've done great, but now we've
You know
got more
what?
than one.
Oh, it didn't work. Oh.
Word escapes me right
I didn't mean
now.
it. Oh my gosh.
I like that I healed him literally one time, and now it's like, oh, we finally have healers.
I know.
I'm sorry, my blood was up.
it's like
Oh.
Astrok can cast Counterspell too with his dumb
So
mouth.
you're gonna heal. You're gonna heal Astaroth. Astaroth, it's gonna be
Fighter's
your
counterspell.
turn once this happens. So
Okay.
you can. Yep.
All right, I'll do that while you do that.
Okay.
Okay, I will after I'm healed because we'll figure that out.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
I'll be like, thanks, Tutoru. You're the best. I very much appreciate your contribution to the group.
and then I'll yell like,
Come on, you're just wasting our time.
grab my axe and charge at
Okay.
Feanor.
You're gonna charge.
Well, if I can make it in one move.
You can make it in one move. The final piece of movement there, you feel your feet starting to get caught in the grabbing hands.
Okay.
And when you enter the space, you will take grabby hands damage, but I'll let
Sure.
you do your attack first.
Okay, so yeah, I will run up and ignoring grabby hand or
Yep.
trying to just power through grabby hands.
Great.
I will hit with axe 2 times.
Go ahead. The grabby hands are going to miss you anyway.
Hooray! Grab better hands. All right, first roll. That is a 22.
22 hits.
Hooray! Okay, I'll just roll the second one.
Okay.
Second hit is a 17.
17 hits.
Oh yeah! Okay, so I'm rolling 2d12 plus 6 each. I get to reroll that one because
Nice.
that's a thing I do. That is 10 damage on the first one.
Okay. This is magical, yeah?
Yep, magical damage, and then that is 17 damage on the second hit. So just trying to cut her down.
Yep. And you're able to hack and slash your way right into Feanor, and that starts working.
You could have saved us all a bit of time by not running when we saw you out in the wild.
Velma.
Because I know that the necrotic damage seemed to have not done nothing to her, I'm going to drop my hex on her because it seems kind of useless to keep
Okay.
concentration spell going. And then I'm going to need Feanor to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a magical effect?
It is.
Great.
It's a spell.
She has advantage on these
Okay.
because it's a magical effect.
Okay.
Ooh. What kind of save?
Wisdom.
14.
That does not save.
Okay.
I am casting Dissonant Whispers at a
Okay.
level 3.
Okay.
Which means that I'm going to roll 5d6, and she is going to take all that damage now.
Wow.
It's going to be psychic damage.
Okay.
And because she failed her saving throw, she is afraid of me, and she must use her reaction, if available, to move as far as her speed allows away from me, which means that she'd be running. Which means that doesn't he get opportunity attack if she runs by him?
If she runs by him.
Hooray!
So let me roll my 5d. Let me get my. Hang on. I got 2 more d6s.
5d somethings?
5d6s, but they're in my pouch. That's not a d6. That's a d10. That would be that'd be too big.
Well, don't forget your 10 hit points, everybody.
Yes.
Whoever ate that. That food.
Delicious
I got 'em.
meal.
I didn't get any of those. That's okay, because I seem to be okay without them. I love these little hand things, but they make it very hard to roll a bunch of dice. Okay, ooh! Okay, so that's going to be 10, that's going to make that 14, and that's going to make that 16 psychic damage. And then
Okay.
she must move as far as her little legs will carry her.
On her turn, or now.
On her reaction.
On her reaction.
So now
Cool.
she has to do it.
So 16,
yeah.
but just like
Psychic.
before, it looks like she's taking less damage from all magic.
Yeah.
So that's actually going to be halved, reduced to 8.
Even with the spell magic that he cast on her?
Yes.
Okay.
That's just that. So,
No, that's fine.
believe
I just wanna make sure.
Well, let me make sure Stone Skin isn't the part that grants her that resistance.
I didn't get rid of stone skin. Damn.
Because it's a psychic
So
damage.
yes,
not-
but all magical effects because she's an archmage, so she has resistance
No,
to
that's
magical
totally
damage.
fair. I
Makes
just
sense.
wanted to make sure.
So she takes half of that, and she's going to use her reaction to climb the wall.
Then I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Great.
Hey, don't go away!
Okay, we'll take this one.
We'll be right back.
Oh shoot, I meant to do a bardic inspiration. I forgot to. Oh, well.
That's a 14.
Does not hit.
You know what? I'm gonna roll.
Well,
I
she doesn't
should have
have
said it
mage armor
before.
anymore. I don't know if that matters.
Oh, she does not have mage armor anymore. 14 hits.
Haha!
Nice.
Narked it.
Yes, dispel magic.
Go ahead.
All right, that I get to re-roll. That is a 13 damage.
Nice.
How the heck is she climbing that wall? Is she just...
She's scaling the wall, sort of animalistic looking, climbing the chain link fence at an unrealistic
chain link.
speed.
No, don't leave!
A little bit spider-like.
Gotcha.
Oh, come on!
That was Velma's turn. Lucian. You see her sort of climbing like spider-like, but facing outwards.
Ooh.
Okay, but that wasn't a spell, right? This
Correct.
Is an ability
That was
she has?
just something she can do.
Okay. I will
She's a
get.
creepy necromancer.
I will get closer. How far up is she?
30 feet, because
Okay.
she was in the corner. So she used her movement to go all the way 30 feet up, and you have 80-foot ceilings.
I'm gonna get as close as possible to her.
Okay. So you're gonna go into grabby hands.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So you're gonna
I'll just
step
push
into
my
grabby
hand
hands,
out of
which
hit.
is difficult
Come on.
terrain.
Stop.
And that's gonna be like 13 to hit, so probably not gonna hit.
It doesn't hit me, no.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm going to channel divinity, turn undead.
Okay.
So I will present my holy symbol, which is my Azorius badge.
Uh-huh.
And I will speak a prayer. Probably not a prayer. It's probably just like a dead people aren't allowed here. This is illegal. Please stop. And each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. See or hear you. So these ones that are undead are turned, I suppose. And then the other corners. This corner saves.
I don't think I can reach that corner.
Oh, this one can't?
It's 30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet. Then it's
Yeah,
just
within,
this corner.
It's within 30.
So these all are turned. So
Okay.
what happens?
So, turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can.
Okay.
Can't move to a space within 30 feet of you.
Can I just say
Can't
how
take
proud I
reactions.
am of you having turned undead as a cleric?
It can only use its dash
I
action
didn't know
to
I
escape.
had this power.
Destroy him?
I don't think so.
Oh, is that only a
Yeah.
cleric?
I'm a turning. I'm not a. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So I will
messing
say that this is no longer difficult terrain, no longer has grabby hands
up. Okay.
damage.
Does she not count as undead?
She is not undead. She is a human.
She's a human necromancer.
Hold me closer, necromancer.
All right. Well, that'll make it easier to get to her. At least.
That was your turn.
Yes. Lights on the highway.
I just want to say, this entire time, I thought Turn Undead only targeted one thing, so I thought it was useless, and that's why I never used it.
No.
Yeah. Only you'd read that when a
You're
undead
destroying
army
them,
was
right.
chasing us.
Huh?
So-
Yeah, I have Destroy Undone. So if they fail, they die.
So, it is now going to be Feanor's turn. Feanor is going to scale to 80 feet up into the top corner. And then she is going to essentially, let's see what this spell is called actually. She's going to cast a spell.
A spell?
A spell.
Okay, well that's out of my reach at this point.
Okay. She's going to cast Animate Dead.
Ooh.
A version of Animate Dead. And all around the outside of the cage, you see zombies sort of become animate. In the other corners of the cage, you see them become animate. You see bodies that were buried previously in the cage.
You keep corpses
Wake
in here?
up.
That's definitely not sanitary.
And Feanor will stay up, and you start to see people start to panic on the outside of the cage, and having to bat people away. It seems like a lot of the audience is now running away from the action. You also spot Mahadi sort of like just stay calm and not stop Vision or Lulu from doing whatever it is that they're going to do. You see Vision and Lulu leave the box. That's going to be Feanor's action. She's 80 feet up. Tutoru, it's your turn.
None of this is fair. She's casting magic outside of the arena. This isn't right.
Yeah, hey, she broke the rules.
Mahadi just sort of sits there.
Ugh. Contracts mean nothing to him.
I don't know what I'm gonna do because she's way too high up in the air. But
He looks like he's very enamored by Feanor. Just like super impressed by what's going on.
Yeah, that was the thing that like I knew out of character, but like in character, I'm like I can't do anything with that because I
Got a
would
little
never know.
crush on Feanor.
Ah.
We're about to put the crush on her.
seriously, there's a bunch of undead around us.
Yes.
Zombies.
Yeah.
There's zombies.
Zombies. All right, I'm gonna
Everywhere.
walk 30 feet up to Astarock,
Boop, bop, beep, bop, boop,
stomping. Just gonna,
boop. Just pretend.
We're up here?
Yep.
I got you. There.
Now you're real.
yes.
So you're all there at the bottom.
All right, and then I'm going to chant my little spell thingy and protect you from evil.
Oh,
Nice.
I feel safe.
Yes, you are safe. Not Celestia's embrace.
Ugh. It's like there's a warm tree wrapping around me.
Top of the round, Astarock.
So Astarock is going to look at Feanor up there and back up a couple steps and pull the javelin off his back. He's like,
All right, if this is how you want to do it, we could keep going. Huh.
and just try and throw a javelin.
Cool. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
Okay.
Now, the javelin is not magical.
No, it's silver, but it's
It
not
is
magical.
silver, but not magical.
So. Boo. That is not great. That is 12.
12 hits.
Ooh!
She no longer has her mage armor.
Dang.
Ah, squishy little mages.
Squishy.
Okay, so that's just 1d6 plus 5. So that's 9 damage.
Okay. But it's non-magical.
And it
so
doesn't
looks
return to
like
me.
It does not return to you, and it looks like it doesn't do as much as you might think otherwise. 'Cause
Darn
she
it.
is resistant to non-magical weapons.
Of course she is.
Well, that was my only throwing thing.
We'll find something else for you to throw. Don't worry.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Velma.
I actually,
Sorry.
I will back away from everyone else so that I'm not close to them.
Like
for,
so?
Yeah, because I know area of effect can wreck our team.
I am gonna move, like kind of like behind Astarock, like in the like so I'm away from where the undead are rising up from the ground and stuff.
Where?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm gonna look up at she's past 60 feet of range from me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that I can't do that one. But is she within 120 feet of range?
Oh, she's certainly within 120.
All right. Then I'm just gonna, sorry for the lack of variety here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull out the Skyblinder staff, and I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast on her.
Sure.
So I'm gonna fire both of those at her. And she's no longer mage armored, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Much
Okay.
easier to hit now.
One's a natural 20, and the other one's 21.
Nice.
Heck
Both
yeah.
Yeah. So let me do the natural 20 first. Let me roll that. So this will be the natural 20 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and so that will be that's going to be 7 plus. That's going to be 11 damage, force damage on that one.
Okay.
And then the other
Halved.
one is going to be That one's going to be 12 force damage before the halving. So 6.
Halved again, so 6. Looking rough.
So 6 plus, so it was 11, so 6 plus 5, so 11 total.
Yes. Pretty good.
And then before that, my turn ends. As a bonus action, I'm gonna go, we don't need another hero, and give Lucian Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seems like an odd time to sing. Oh, it's for me. I understand. Thank you.
It's going to be Lucian's turn. As you see, iRobot style, bodies are beginning to climb the cage and sort of try to get inside. People are screaming and running, and it's no longer a sport, a spectator sport. It seems.
Lucian's going to look around and he's going to act very unimpressed and annoyed at what's happening here, and look up at Feanor up in the ceiling and be like, do you really want to do this? And he's going to pull out his wand and just kind of hold it aside, like, do you want to just come down here and talk? I don't want to just can we just not do this?
Yeah, this is gonna be a better offer than you're gonna get from the rest of us.
I'm not going to miss.
And she looks at you and just grins.
All right. I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
At what level?
Well, it's a wand.
So I can still counter it because it's a wand, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to try to counter it.
Well, I was just going to do all of it.
Cool. What level?
Let's see. Actually, it only has 4 charges left. 1, 2, 3. So this would be 5th level.
Okay. My counter spell is a 21.
Oh!
Yeah, that'll do it.
So she will use her reaction this turn.
Hang on a second.
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to shoot that up there. She's going to counter it. I'm going to counter back.
Great. So the DC is 13. She just used oh, sorry, not 13. 13. So that's the DC
Okay.
to counter back.
I rolled a 13.
All right. Perfect.
And you could have put Bardic Inspiration on it too if you wanted
true.
to.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll. Remember, she has resistance to magic.
Okay.
So each bullet is only going to deal half rounded down.
I do 7 of them.
I still feel like she tries to counterspell you, and you're like, do you know who I am?
Right.
You do not counter an Azorius, and Azorius counters you.
What is your
What do you
plan?
need?
Dolphin's veto.
Just D4s.
In Azorius Ravnica, I counter you.
Okay, so that is, that's terrible so far. 4.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna do all the math at the end. Oh, that's much better. So that's 12, 15 plus 7.
Okay.
22.
22 halved
Yeah.
is exactly enough.
What? Yes!
Describe for me how you managed to fan the hammer and exactly get Feanor right before her turn when I was going to do something really cool.
Oh, sorry. Well, so yeah, Lucian, like I said, is very annoyed at this whole situation of being tricked into this after a very nice bath and a spa treatment and a nice meal. And he's like, we've been through this. Why are we doing this again? So he's going to shoot that wand, the magic missiles up, and you'll see them try to get countered away from Feanor with a spell that she casts, and he'll be like, no, I have another hand. Stop! And he'll counter that.
As the magic missiles don't have as much of an effect, but pound away and are eventually enough to nail her to the ceiling.
Tutu, could you, she's going to fall down right there, I think.
Oh,
At this point,
Oh yeah, someone's like, oh, is she gonna fall? And I just like put I open up her parasol
done.
and hold it up like, chance of necromancer rain today.
at this point, Mahadi stands up from his seat and looks up at Feanor and looks down at you all. And the grin on his face fades.
Oh, come on.
And he sort of leans over a little bit, and as he puts his hands on the railing, the hands flip inside out and become tiger paws on the railing as fur grows up his arms and he takes on his Rakshasa form. and says,
Raksha.
"You're in trouble now."
Hey, we followed your rules. You put us here.
This wasn't supposed to happen this way.
You put 4-on-1 and you thought this wasn't going to happen?
4-on-1? I like those odds. And he's going to start climbing over the railing. At this point, the undead are still climbing. And the cage itself is being torn asunder by zombies as well.
They can still go without her controlling them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They've been animated, so. But you can hear Lulu. Lulu says, "Hey, we're coming to get you." From sort of like here.
So is he. He's coming to get us, so put a spring in your step, Lulu.
So I will say that Mahadi is going to use the same initiative as Feanor.
Okay.
And his action is going to jump down directly into the middle. Right here.
Yeah.
Next to Velma.
Okay.
It's Tuturu's turn.
Oh boy.
Darn dang it, every chance.
Okay.
She is going to... Oh, I wonder if this works. Am I near Feanor's body?
Sure. I'll say that the body fell in this corner next to Lucy.
Okay. She's going to sigh and walk up to it and, like, kind of pick Feanor up. And she's going to try. She's going to be like, "You're super annoying and not nice. I don't know what we did to you, but everyone deserves a chance to change." And she's going to cast Spare the Dying on Feanor.
Interesting. Okay.
Counterspell.
Hey, Ruben, I know
Yeah.
I know this is like your job as a DM.
Yeah.
But can I please give Tuturu inspiration?
Yeah.
Because that is such an in-character
That's
thing to do. To spare an enemy that was trying to kill us is such a perfect role play of her character.
Interesting. I need to think about that for a second.
I don't know if it works, because, yeah,
I feel like a Rakshasa could easily revive him too, but
that's true.
But I just think that like using
Yeah.
her action to
Oh,
try to
no,
spare an
it's
enemy
great.
is such
Yeah.
a great Tuturu move that I think.
Go
she deserves
ahead
this.
and roll for me at advantage.
Okay.
A persuasion check.
I'm going
come on,
to...
Toots.
Persuasion. Where is my thing?
Toot-a-roo.
Skills. Oh, no, that's not it. Skills. All right, come on. Persuasion. Ooh, I'm proficient in that. Whoa, okay, come on.
What was the second one you rolled?
I got an 8 total.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You see that Mahadi sort of gives pause and is distracted by you a little bit. I will say that his reaction is used, so he can't take an attack of opportunity against you
Well, why would he roll
if you
me?
move away.
I didn't. Okay. Good. That's good to know.
But no further effect other than that, and you have cast Spare the Dying on Feanor.
Yes. So,
Great.
does it actually bring her to 0?
You make a medicine check.
That is a 26.
Nice.
It looks like you've spared Feanor.
Okay.
Yay! I mean,
It looks like Feanor is at 0.
Good to know.
At the bottom of the round, you hear what can only be described as your cadre's worth of vehicles getting wound up as you see a hilarious amalgam of Deweys driving 3 vehicles at the same time.
oh, like tentacles going between the vehicles.
Yep, one Devil's Ride, one Morrow, and one Demon Grinder, the Dewey Decimator system, driving it through the crowd of zombies at the cage.
Someone called this a Dewey chain.
A Dewey chain,
It's like a
exactly.
Dewey chain.
I like it. Top of the round, Astarock.
Astarock will turn and, like, the new guy's into the ring, and he's gonna take the axe and be like,
I mean, look, if you want some, we got more. But we saved your lady over there. So you can walk away from this without feeling my axe if you want.
And if he seems like he's backing down, then I won't attack him. But if he doesn't give signs that he's backing down somehow, I'm going to charge and attack him.
Go ahead and roll either persuasion or intimidation.
Okay,
At advantage because of what was done already.
I feel like intimidation is more in the spirit of what I'm going for here. So... At advantage, you said?
At advantage.
Well, that was a 12 before the other one hit it.
Okay.
Because it switched to a 20, which would be great, but it ain't. So that's 15.
Okay. Which one? Intimidation or...
Intimidation.
Okay. Looks like Mahadi is considering the options as he's down here in the center of the cage and looking around. Velma?
I'm gonna lower the parasol, and as I do it, I'm casting my disguised self again to take on the form of Tybalt, the devil that Lucian and I spoke to.
Yeah?
And then I'm gonna look at Mahadi, and with Tybalt's voice, I'm going to say, Mr. Mahadi. I don't know what I can't remember his voice was, so this is what I'm remembering as. This has been entertaining, but Asmodeus won't be pleased if you harm his pet project. And I motion over to Lucian. And I go, so I suggest that for the benefit of all of us, you stand down from this course of action.
Okay. And you're right up on him.
Yeah, I'm stepping away a little bit since I get a free disengage.
Yep.
I'm stepping away as I talk.
Sure.
So I'm doing it, but I'm doing it like not intimidated. Like I'm
Yep.
stepping away, like I'm taking the floor of this thing.
Sure.
So yeah.
Lucian. I'm going to say that succeeds. I'm not
Okay.
going to make you roll for it.
Yeah, because I have an advantage on deception for that, and I have a
Yeah.
plus 10 on deception.
Yeah.
So it probably would have worked.
You're good.
Yeah.
Lucian. What are you doing with your turn? Dewey, by the way, has driven a hole in the side of the cage, about the size of the front of that cage there, and says, "Hey, everybody, get in! Get in! We should leave."
Okay. I'll walk up to him, and I won't have a weapon out or anything. I'll put my wand away and say, "Listen, Mahadi, you put us in this situation. This is your fault. You made us sign paperwork. There wasn't anything about a fight. We did as asked, and you were happy to watch us beat down your friend here. But now we'd like to leave. And I must say, your food was great. Your spa treatment was wonderful. But this crap you put us in, it could use some work.
Yeah. 3 stars. Maybe even 2.
Maybe even 2.
It was good back here, though.
We're going to leave."
Mahadi will extend one hand and say, 1 coin each.
This is about money now? A soul coin each?
1 coin each.
Okay. All right. Here's 4.
6.
What?
Points at Lulu and Visayon.
Here, take the friggin' coins.
We don't actually have that many coins. Do we?
How many do we have
I think
left?
you have them. Man.
I was carrying 3 on me.
Wait, do I
You have
do I have to
11
give a
total.
coin for me when I didn't sign the contract?
6. You have 6. You have
Do we-
7
yeah,
total
None of us
coins.
signed a.
You
None
have
of us
one
agreed
coin
to pay.
left.
I think this
I know,
is like.
but those of us who didn't go to the spa also owe a coin.
No.
Like, so like maybe just the 3 of them, right?
So 5 coins. So you'll have 2 left.
Okay. Fine.
We'll have to find a way to get more.
And as you hand over the coins, I think you have 2 left now.
Yeah.
Mahadi will slowly walk over to Feanor, and you all can make your way over to where Dewey is waiting.
I did not put her body down.
Oh, you don't?
One extra coin for
What do you do with the... Okay.
our new friend.
So tell me what's happening.
I am holding her still. I didn't agree to let her go.
Okay.
I just revived her.
Mahadi walks over to you and puts his face up, paws out, and says, "Let me have Feanor.
You leave us alone?
I don't ever want to see you again."
Astaroth walks over and puts a hand on his shoulder and be like,
That'll be 4 soul coins.
And as Tybalt, I go, I suggest you do what the Minotaur says.
No, we were so close.
Yeah,
Come on!
this is not as good.
We had to try.
No call for a Rakshasas.
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Oh no.
Just a straight roll.
All right.
You can roll intimidation, straight roll.
Tutor
Can I roll
wanted to take her
deception?
back.
Sure, pretend to be somebody
I
else.
get it. I get it.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to roll.
I don't get my advantage for being an actor. I'm putting on somebody.
Yeah, you can get
Okay,
you can
cool.
use the advantage for that.
Cool.
I got a 22.
I got a natural 20 plus my 10
Ooh.
deception, so
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, and so I got 20 plus that's 30
Yeah.
deception.
Mahadi looks at you all. Don't push your luck. Get out of here.
With her?
He puts his arms down.
All right.
Oh, okay. Just to be clear, we're not getting those soul coins back, right?
Get out of here.
We should
Okay.
go.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's go.
Okay.
So you can all get out of the cage. Boy, howdy, I did not see that happening. Okay, well,
She has a chance to change her life.
Yeah, I think we should probably tie her up and
Yes.
gag her, probably.
Drop her in the first ditch we see, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Then she could change her life that
I
way.
think we should send her back to Mad Maggie.
Agree.
Huh.
I don't think Maggie would appreciate knowing that someone was walking around pretending to be her.
Oh.
Oh, speaking of which, I turned back from Tybalt into Velma.
I just want to sleep.
Yeah, me too. But I think we gotta find somewhere else to do that.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So, I guess we load up into the Morrow and the Dewey Decimator system and the cars and...
Do we find Lulu and them?
yep. You're able to leave.
Thanks for the rescue, Dewey.
Yeah, of course. So I think we should go, though.
Yes.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Is Vision in the...
Vision's still with you. He's
Okay.
on his devil's ride.
I go, I say, hey, Vision!
Yeah, what's up?
I want to go over to him and I just want to say thanks for the assist getting the people in here. And if can I get close to him?
Sure.
As soon as I get close to him, I want to grab him by the shirt and lift him up and be
God.
like,
But hey, you might not know this, but I care a lot about my friends, and I don't quite appreciate being sold out to anybody without my say-so. You understand?
Hey, look, I wouldn't... Look, first of all, looks like you could handle yourself in there.
I don't want any excuses.
Okay, all right.
Okay? Because before now, I thought we were friends.
We are, though.
And well, that's great. But if you don't keep acting like a friend, you're gonna be an enemy. And frankly, things don't go well for my enemies. Because they threaten my friends.
And Velma points to the metal horn on Asterox. when he
Yeah,
says
totally
that.
get it. Totally cool. We're cool here. Okay.
I'll throw him back down.
All right. We're friends again.
Yeah, we're friends.
But I'm watching you.
And then I'll go back to the Morrow.
Is he gonna kill me?
It's possible.
And then Vision will get back on the motorcycle. You're able to drive towards El Terrell again, but you're not able to get all the way there before you are. Well, you feel like it's getting late at this point.
Wait,
And
have
so-
a camp for the night or something?
Sure. Darn it. Seemed like there was one place we could finally just sit down and rest for a little bit.
Seriously.
Every place is a circus around here.
This entire world is full of monsters and jerks.
No one does anything just to be nice. It's just, there's always something.
Well, if only there was somebody who saw it that way and tried to warn people and was listened to. Just imagine how that world would work out.
No, but don't you want to have hope in people?
Also, that man.
Not in hell, no. As much as I would like to have hope in people, I think a hell dimension is the place to not test out that theory.
Too true. Roll for me a smell check.
Oh, great. My nose was just cleaned at the spa.
Yeah, so this is an advantage.
was a natural 1. A smell check, so that would be...
Perception.
Perception.
Persmeltion.
Perception. 10.
Okay. You catch the first, well, I guess you smelled life and fresh life in the pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm.
But you smell like grass clippings. No one else does.
Okay.
You mean she smells like?
You can smell.
She smells.
Grass.
Great.
I continue on there because I don't know you saw
Yeah.
that, and I go, here's the thing, Tutor. I do want to believe in hope and peace, but not at the expense of your 3 lives.
I
What?
smell grass.
I was monologuing. So.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
so
fine.
sorry.
Sorry.
I mean,
No, it's fine. I know you phase out when I do it. What?
yeah, it was a habit. But I smell grass. I smell life. We're not in a pocket dimension, are we?
Not that I know of.
If you sign another contract about places to go, I will swear to the Nephilim.
No, I smell it. It's...
Where?
I don't... I can't tell where it's coming from.
Make an
It's me.
investigation check.
Oh, that sniffing is making me lightheaded. Investigation. Oh, this dice is gonna be in time out.
That's what this is a smell check still, though, so advantage.
Oh my
Really
god.
time out. That's a 5. That's a solid 5.
You can't tell from where.
I don't know, but it's close.
Knowing that she's smelling something, Arthur does have advantage on wisdom checks that rely on smell. So can I have her make a check? Cool. Okay. So. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be, using Arthur's stats, that's going to be a 17.
Okay. Arthur sniffs around and smells what Tutu smells. And it appears to be coming from the front of the car.
Like
the hood of the car.
So you'll see Arthur like hop off my shoulder and go running towards the front of the car.
And you'll go the same?
I will
Are you
follow
stopping the
Arthur.
car?
Who's driving? You're driving, right?
I mean, yeah. I
Stop
thought
the car.
yeah.
Stop the
All right.
war machine thing.
I'll stop.
Yeah.
You stop the car, and the smell that you smell is not coming from anywhere around. It's still dusty and gross and smells like death. The smell is coming from the Marnel.
Maybe they gave us an air freshener while we weren't looking or something.
I don't trust anything they did to us while we were there.
You think there's something under the hood?
Maybe.
All right.
Wait, I'm gonna walk up to the green, like, plants that I drew onto the car, and I'm gonna smell those and see if that's what smells.
Yep. You smell it, and you can't smell anything.
Okay.
But that
Sorry.
that appears to be where Artie is smelling.
Okay.
Well, all right. Well, just in case, I'm gonna pop the hood. See if there's something in there. Everybody step back. If this thing explodes, I don't know, I could probably make it.
Okay, I'm not sure how these work. There might be a demon or something that makes this thing go, but good luck.
It was nice knowing you, if that is what happens. Why are you all so nice?
I'll try and pop the hood of the thing.
You open the hood. There's an engine inside. There's nothing unique or interesting that you see inside.
Just some sort of is-it type device, something like that.
What are you doing at this point?
I'm gonna peek over and stick my trunk in and sniff.
Yep. You definitely... Can you see inside?
Is it dark out?
No. It's the same sort of
Oh yeah, I'm
dusty-
definitely looking in as I'm smelling, yeah.
You look inside, and it does look different. There's sort of a hole, like a well.
A well?
Yeah.
Wait, no, there's something in here, or like a space in here, and I'll kind of reach in.
Put your hand in it.
Yeah.
As you see Tuturu reach for what she sees, you see her reach for the engine and pass into the engine and through the engine.
Tuturu?
Oh, like I go all the way in?
Would you like to?
No, there's definitely something here. Hold on. Maybe it's a space? Maybe it's a demi-plane.
Are you sure that you weren't drugged when you were in Mahadi's resort?
I mean, it's.
I mean, I wouldn't trust that guy for anything.
But your cat smells it too.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Arthur doesn't seem scared of it.
Arthur? And then I'm gonna like do like the thing where I shift into her senses, see if I can see or smell through her senses.
You can smell what she smells,
Okay.
or you can sense that she smells something.
Okay.
You can't see
Okay.
anything different.
Okay, and then I'm gonna pull back and go, well, something is amiss here, but I don't see what you're seeing.
Here, watch. And I'm gonna stick my head in. I'm gonna
Okay.
like go kind of like,
Yep.
engineer in the motor.
Yeah. You see Tuturu put her head into this hole and essentially blink out of view.
It's right here.
Okay.
Wait, alright, that's a fun trick. Let's get back and...
Where did she go?
Is she gone?
Alright.
Did the engine consume her?
Okay. Everybody stay calm, all right?
Wait, is that how soul coins are made? Oh, no.
No.
Check
Poke
your
at it
pockets.
with the parasol.
It's just an engine.
I don't... what?
I'll reach in after
Lulu,
it.
Lulu,
There's nothing to reach in
Lulu,
for.
Lulu, what is this?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. Where'd she go?
Okay. You all have magic, right? Can you do find elephant magic?
Yeah, no, I have locate person. I can do that.
Okay.
Locate creature.
Sure, I'll just do my find elephant spell later. That I definitely have, because I'm really good at magic.
All right, fourth level spell slot, but it's true. I'm doing it.
Okay. Can you
Okay.
tell me the text.
Describe or name a creature that's familiar to you. Doo-doo-roo. You sense the direction to the creature's location as long as the creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving, you know the direction. Locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of specific kind. Yada, yada, yada. 30 feet. Yes. So I guess it has to be within 1,000 feet.
Okay. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Hey, Tuturu.
Hi, yeah, what happened?
How's it going?
Good, I have my head, right?
You do.
Okay. I was like, we're just gonna
But nothing
cut my
else.
head off.
Just a head.
Thank Matsolesnia.
It's right here.
And you look around, and you're on your feet. And beneath your feet is grass. You're in the Beastlands. You're in Celestia. You look around and you can see the skyline of Ravnica. To the east, you see the 4th District. You see St. Augustine Station. To your northwest, you see the City Tree. South of you, the 3 Towers of New Prague. You see the Grand Concourse. And this particular hill is particularly familiar to you as you're on the edge of the collection of Vernatis that you call home, and you look out and you see a little bit of a hill overlooking some of the Beastlands. Small tree, small knobby tree, and someone sitting under the tree.
Mookie?
And looking up, uncrossing, and looking behind. Huh. Good to see you, Tuturu.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's Mookie.
This is, going to be difficult to explain. I think I won't. What you did was very good, very noble. And since there was no source of the morrow left in Avernus, you made one. You think that you're able to come home now?
Like, right now?
Well, when you get to where you need to be.
I mean, yeah, after we get to Elsrael, we would love to come back.
You can be there. Your friends may have to take a little longer. But you know the power of the Pact. What you did for that horrible woman back there. That was something special. That was the kind of thing
that makes me happy that we chose you, that I found you.
Found me. I've been a part of this my whole life.
Yeah.
I just did what anyone else would do, what you taught me to do.
Time is an interesting thing. You have been this whole time, your whole life. But it's difficult to explain exactly. You see, it isn't just that you and your friends are part of a broken pact together. You are part of the morrow now. You're part of the world tree. You are the world tree. Do you understand?
Not really. But maybe with time, this is just a lot. I don't even know if this is real right now.
Time. Yeah. It's weird. The good news is that you're near your end of the journey here, or there. Again, it's weird.
A little bit.
But I think you're beginning to understand what you need to do. Do you think you understand what you need to do when you get to the tree?
Oh, yeah. I found out about the plant tree spell that I remember very well.
I believe you. You sound very convincing.
Yes.
And when you get there, you'll be able to try to return home. And when you do, you might be able to help fix all the things that are broken here or there.
Are you here, there, now?
It's... the answer to that question is yes, but I don't think it helps.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we aren't here either, right now. This moment we're having never happened. This moment isn't between two people. This moment is between one person. Between Yggdrasil, the one spark, the one world pact. Am I beginning to make any amount of sense?
Yes, I think I get it. The spell I have, we can get off of Avernus.
Yes.
We can come back to Ravnica.
Yes.
I have to go back.
Yes.
Okay. How do I do that?
Well, your friends are going to have to meet you there.
Well, they're tough. They'll make it.
The vision fades from you,
Bye, Mookie.
and your locate person activates.
Yeah, so I'll pull out like a compass that starts swirling and swirling and swirling. All right.
And it
All right.
points directly at the center of Elturel.
I guess we know where we have to go.
Right.
All right, look, I don't want to carry this witch with us any longer than we have to. If we're gonna go after Tucharu, then I want to get her away from us because Tucharu's the only one that would have kept her alive.
Right.
So, Dewey,
Yeah, hi. What's up?
we need to ask you a favor.
What?
There, if you go back in the other direction beyond the market, there's a traveling fortress called Fort Knucklebone. Our friend Maggie is there. I want you to deliver this woman to her and tell her she was impersonating Maggie.
Okay, I can do that.
Tell her that
yeah.
Velma gives her this as a gift.
Oh, all right.
I think that Maggie can probably find a good home for you and give you a place to learn and grow, and more than we probably could. But thank you for your help with us. We really appreciate it.
You think she can get me home?
I think if she can give you a home. And maybe she might know someone who can help you more.
Okay. Well, thanks for helping me.
Thank you, Dewey.
It was an honor.
We wouldn't be here without you.
You're one of my favorite 10 people I met here.
That's because I'm 10 people. Okay, well, good luck. And, maybe I'll see you.
Wait, no, take her with you, and then I load.
Oh.
Fëanor into his car, into the vehicle.
Oh, hey. I bet these are tasty memories, and he will turn around and go back into the Dewey Decimator system. He loads up.
All right, until we meet again, Dewey. Farewell.
Vision is sort of peeking out from behind and is like, I don't want to be here in Avernus. Also, what's
If you don't sell us out again to the first person who asks you to do it, then you can keep going with us to find Tutoru and find this tree.
Remember when you talked to me about the nature of evil and you said that it's the thing they choose to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you chose to do that, so...
It wasn't evil. I took a gig. It's the gig economy. It's tough in Avernus.
I've taken a lot of gigs. I've never sold my friends out.
I didn't sell you out. That was all their plan. All I did was do the announcing.
Well, just choose your gigs better.
However you sleep at mid-bright light night.
I can do that. Well...
You can ditch the bike and get in the car if you want.
What?
No, I kind of like the bike, though.
All right, let's not have him in the car with us if we don't have to. He still kind of annoys me.
Lulu will look over at you all and say, so we have to... I have to get up there, too.
Yeah, well...
Oh, we like you. We trust you. You're fine. You can stay with us in the car.
But you're not replacing Tutoru.
See, the problem, though, is that I can't go up there yet.
What do you mean?
I have to go... Remember I talked about the Bleeding Citadel?
Right. Well, how important is that?
It's pretty important. I have to go there first.
All right, just a question. When we get to the Citadel, are there going to be bugs and dead people on trees and things like that? Or a version of that?
I have no idea. But I'm not... You don't need to do that. I'm going to go to the Bleeding Citadel. And you can go up there. And I'll meet you there.
All right. Are you sure you're going to be okay on your own? When we met you, you seem a lot more capable now.
And a little grin comes across her face, and she thinks, I could use a ride. And she turns and looks at Vision. Vision goes, no, I don't want to do... Fine.
Hey, you do this for us, we're all square.
I believe, Vision, you would refer to this as a convenient plot device.
You're right. That would be a good way to end an episode. And Lulu hops on Vision's Devil's Ride and rides off into the sunset. Meanwhile, the three of you are standing there next to the Morrow.
What do you think he means by episode? Would people have seizures every now and then or something?
I honestly could not tell you, and I'm kind of glad he's gone.
Yeah, he always rubbed me in a weird way.
I liked him until he announced us to everybody in a match we weren't supposed to do.
I just hate to be inside that head for, perhaps 2 hours of a chase or something.
All right, close the hood. Let's go.
Too true. You have a minute with Mookie, if you want. Or you have a minute in Ravnica. if you want.
Oh, wow. She'll probably hang out with Mookie.
So,
Oh, right now. I was like, okay.
oh no, we don't have to do it right now.
It's on your time.
I just like watching the sunset.
So how's Bolas?
Oh, how's Feather?
I have no idea.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
This isn't then.
Oh, okay.
This is a different time.
If I'm the Morrow, does that mean I can talk to the other Morrow?
Have you ever tried?
Oh, no.
And that's where we'll end this week's episode, I think.
Yay!
Yes.
Now we've got like a Morrow telephone network.
I know. Wow.
But it's only pre-recorded calls. It's like one of like a mystery date game where you push a button and it's
Right.
Good job, everybody.
That's fun.
Ooh,
Ashlyn, that was such an
Rick,
awesome move. I was
Yeah.
like so like that is
what
so
a
exactly her
cool
character.
thing.
Clutch.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it would work.
It
Look at you,
was-
mister. You won't be able to talk your way out of battles while you're in Avernus.
No, that was pretty spectacular, y'all. You made me do a lot of improv there at the end. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Please tell the folks at home where they can find you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Pridgeon. You can find me on Twitter at Jordan Pigeon. And starting up, it's not this Friday, but next Friday.
It is this Friday.
It is this
you
Friday?
fool.
Okay,
Oh.
yes.
This Friday.
This Friday, we are starting back up with ETU, our junior year, on Wildcards on Friday night on twitch.tv/Saving Throw Show. And me and Gaurav are both on that, so you can watch us there. So tune in for that.
Hey y'all, you can find me on Twitter at Riley J. Silverman and on Instagram at Riley Silverman. And if you're going to be in LA in November, on November 15th at the Impro Theater, I'm guest starring with Ripley Improv as part of their immersive, improvised alien encounter show. So it's called Encounter. It's a really fun genre show, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Hey everybody, you can catch me on all the socials at double GXG. It's the word double, then GXG. That's it for me.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashlyn Rose, and you can catch me on Twitter at Ashlyn Rose, on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ashlyn_Rose, and on Instagram at Ashlyn, where you will see lots and lots of Instagram stories of my trip throughout Japan very soon.
And as we end this week, I thought, so you will not be here for the next episode.
That is
which
right.
Is why our
Well, it's convenient that you left and went to
convenient
Eltero.
plot
So
device.
convenient.
However, sitting in that seat, we are going to have a special guest.
Ooh.
Michelle Bradley Wynn
Yeah.
I Am Chubby Bunny will be our guest.
It's funny because Michelle was missing for 2 weeks from Rat Queens because she was in Japan.
Oh, that's
so
amazing.
apparently,
Nice.
apparently, if you're on a show with
Right.
me, at some point you get to leave and go to Japan.
Cool.
So,
Yes,
as
look forward
the
to
3 remaining members of the Broken Pact try to rejoin the 4th up at the Tree of Redemption in Elturel, they will be joined by Michelle here next week on the Broken Pact. And I am your Dungeon Master, Ruben Bressler. You can find me everywhere at MOXREUBY. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Broken Pact. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.